Hara has become a god. He has officially made Heki the greatest man on Earth with Volume 51 cover. All hail Hara. I was afraid that this will happen to Heki and the Mirror Tribe. But, damn it, I knew it wasn't going to be easy. Unlike the event at the right wing, the scenario here is very problematic. With no Shin or any top tier commander around, Hara is going to go all in for a deep, striving story with a normal guy playing in a larger than life battlefield. This chapter made certain that anything can go south really fast, but enlightened that not all news are bad news. The last chapter got me frightened for Katari's fate. Granted, I only got to know the guy for a short time, yet I felt like I know him for a while. The chapter cover is heartwarming with the sibling as the focus, probably the only time we'll see Katari smiling. While it's a gentle display, it does raise a flag that Katari is going to die here, and that left me unnerving. Once the actual chapter begins, it's like a reality check that hits you hard. Those happy moments won't happen anymore. The insight of the brutal stab on Katari is kind of soul-crushing. I know Kitari can be a hard ass, but she didn't deserve this. She was beginning to line up with normal guys, but karma is cruel. Honestly, I was hoping that Katari strikes back and lives to see another day. But Bunin made damn sure that he is good as dead. With that giant swing with his weapon, it's going to be a done deal. The paneling, while is really good, made it hard to fandom, but life is cruel. Bunin kills Katari. Kingdom is so amazing when it comes to reactions, and this is no exception. It left me feeling dazed with how everyone reacted. It pains me when a soldier from the Mirror Tribe actually removes his mask, displaying a sorrowful expression. You know their spirit is broken when they remove their mask. As for Katari, she lost her mind to rage, so she goes on a killing spree. It sounds badass, but not only she's fighting without a horse, but she recklessly charges at them. She's bound to die at this rate. Interesting to note that some men or tribes have their own way to react. One will react with rage and fight to the death, and the other will feel despair and stay until they are dead. Sadly, the latter is what they end up going with. It's pretty upsetting that the tribe lost the will to fight. I had a bad feeling that losing their lord would destroy them spiritually, but damn it, not like this. It's kind of disheartening since Heki has gone through that phase earlier, so now he's revisiting that mood. Only this time, he is stable, while everyone is frozen. It's quite the story to tell with Heki now have to be the one in charge and get their minds straight. Some of them are getting killed without any resistance. What a mess. He tried to recover their focus that they still have Kitari. I would love her to be in charge. That is if she survives. Speaking of that, she was doing well, but it was inevitable that she was going to get knocked out and eventually die. She gets attacked by arrows and then a glaive from behind. Well, I'm ready to be upset again. Thankfully, the greatest man, Heki, is bold enough to save her mind in the midst of carnage. What a fine gentleman he is. It's a good thing Heki has learned some Mira's language, and with Katari dead, it has become prominent. He shouts Kalden, I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it, which means retreat, so they can all regroup and get their spirit back up. It's crazy that Heki now has to play the leading role in a big guy's field. What choice does he have though? The series has been pushing hard to make me hate Bunin, and he's doing a hell of a job so far. Although he won against Katari, it's not without sacrifices, and Gilly is one of them. But that's okay. Why? Because he gives no shit about him. He acknowledges his death and move on without any sympathy. It's whatever to him. What's worse is he reminds his men to move their ass now or die by his hands. No one gets any credit when he's around. The man needs to die now. Seriously, the sad part is despite losing Katari in the battle, Heki and others cannot afford to retreat and save for another day. They must kill Bunin now. At least Heki didn't think of retreating, but you can tell it pains him that he has no choice but to fight on. The tension increases with them trying to regroup, but along the way, they are getting killed by archers. Poor Katari, she is still in sadness from her brother's death. The tension increased drastically with the sun coming down. That means they have to rush the battle and win before it is over. Damn, this is crazy. Fortunately, it's not all bad news. Well, if you exclude the fact that there are more deaths than Heki's battlefield, which is maddening. Enter the battlefield are Torque and the Figo King. I remember the King's tactic revolves with head-on collisions, no second thought, so it's no surprise that half of his men are killed already. What's a bit surprising is how much of a badass he truly is. The man has arrows sticking out from his back, but he talks like he's perfectly fine, no harm done. While it's insane to go all out without any defense, at least he got close to the HQ. Thor tries to belittle him with his stupid tactic and foolish act to come near. But the king isn't intimidated at all, even with this carnage. He has seen worse, so no big deal, right? He's the one to intimidate Torque. He approaches him face to face, practically taunting him to take a swing. The camera angle speaks volume on who's the dominant one. I recall saying about how other brothers will portray in their respective battle. Bunin has shown to be fierce and horrifying. So with Torque, I thought he would be the same. Not when the Figo King is around, because he owns that battle easily. Sure, Torque hits him, but the king eats that for breakfast and spear the hell out of him. That's hardcore. He really wants your Tonwa if you catch my drift. But seriously, it's refreshing for someone else from your Tonwa side to score a badass kill. Well, if he is dead, that is. But I am certain he's good as dead. This was a pretty damn good chapter that elevated the battle into a drastic situation. As sad it was for Katari to die here, Heki did a good job to recover the soulless Mirror Tribe. The visual is great with tense atmosphere and emotional display of losing a leader. It hits me how badly this loss means to everyone. While the tension has increased tenfold for Heki, the Figo King made the battle very easy in compare. His badassery is quite impressive. Will we see other sides in combat, or will we resume the Great Peril with Heki? Time is running out. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. Well, rest in peace, Katari. It was short while it lasted, but damn it, I feel like I know you for too long. Damn, I don't know what's gonna happen now. I'm actually curious. I'm very curious how Heki's gonna rebound from this. They have to fight, and they have to win on that day, so there's no exception. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think Heki will find a way to win against Bunin? Maybe that Yotunwa plan will come in motion. Maybe. Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.